CoastLife, we hope that none of you have to deal with chronic pain, but if there is something that's not right, that pain is really your body telling you that something's up, something's not sitting right. So whether it's, chronic back pain, neck pain, you're recovering from an injury, maybe you've been playing a lot of pickleball and all of a sudden you heard a little something in there. Well, the right physical therapy can get you back on track. That is where Benchmark Physical Therapy comes in. I had a chance to check out their new location that they've just opened in Lewis, right there off Route 9 by the grocery store, by the vineyard. Helpful. All that good stuff. So you can't miss their new location, and the guys there are so nice. Like, they're just so over the top, so cool, so welcoming. And so we're excited to introduce you to the folks at Benchmark Physical Therapy.
Whether you're struggling with chronic pain, recovery from a surgery or injury, physical therapy is one of the tools to help you recover faster and more effectively. And Benchmark Physical Therapy is the group to help you do it. And with several locations locally accessible, including a new one that just opened in Lewis, there's no reason not to choose Benchmark PT.
So we're part of the biggest standalone outpatient company in the country, Upstream Rehabilitation. We have 1,200 plus clinics in about 29 different states. Locally here in Delaware, we are under the brand name Benchmark Physical Therapy. We have now 5 locations. We have our new location here in Lewis, and then on 113 we have Millsboro, Georgetown, Milford, and then on Route 13 we have Seaford. We also manage Peninsula Orthopedics Physical Therapy in Salisbury, Maryland, and Ocean Pines, Maryland.
Although Benchmark Physical Therapy is part of a larger company, they have a family feel amongst their employees they make sure to extend to their patients as well.
I think our clinic culture is a lot different than you get in your typical outpatient. Like, we have a very tight-knit group. Like, we spend a lot of time together outside of the clinic too. We get along great in the clinic, and when we're looking to bring on new people, like, culture is one of the first things we're looking for. Like, are you going to fit the culture? Are you going to care for the patients and care for each other too?
I think the biggest thing with us is, although Tom had alluded to that we are a large, part of a large company, we do truly feel that we really push a family mentality here. We take each patient in each day. They don't get a cookie cutter approach. Every treatment plan is really tailored to them. It's very individualized. So really, each and every staff member knows that that's how we want to approach our day by day. And I think that truly does help us stand out from others.
When it comes to being treated, depending on your insurance, you may be able to skip the referral from your doctor and be treated directly by the team at Benchmark Physical Therapy.
We can see patients direct access depending on your insurance. If you have a commercial carrier for insurance, we can see you for 30 days, no prescription required. If at the end of 30 days you're still not feeling better yet, we'll refer you out to if you have a doctor, great, we'll refer you out to them. If not, we'll refer you to someone to have you then take a look at you, kind of get further evaluated, and then from there the referral source will either make a decision to send you back for PT, maybe you go get some imaging, but we do accept referrals from doctors as well. That's still the majority of our business, is mostly referral based, but we can see patients direct access, which a lot of people do not know about.
Another unique service that Benchmark PT offers is dry needling.
So dry needling, a lot of people think dry needling is acupuncture. And it is similar in some ways. We do use acupuncture needles, but it is a little bit newer medicine, and we are doing more into muscle. So like, we are actually needling into muscle belly, and it's not as much cluster needling, like a bunch of needles in a tiny area. There is some components of that in dry needling, but for the most part, it's more into muscle. We're palpating, finding trigger points, needling into the part of the muscle that's safe, away from any organs, away from any nerves. A lot of insurances don't pay for it. And for the most part, what we have to do at this point is there's a small out-of-pocket fee for the patient on top of like their financial responsibility through their insurance. It's like $25 if you're only getting 1 or 2 muscles needled. So it's a small expense. Most of our patients still opt for it who have been doing it because it helps. Like, it really, it's not something I ever first saw myself using, coming from Pennsylvania where we couldn't do it. It's not within the PT scope of practice there. But coming down here and learning about it and starting to use it, it works so well that I use it on a fair amount of my patient population.
While Benchmark Physical Therapy has been growing, Jimmy, Tom, and the rest of the team understand that expanding for the right reasons is important.
We are not trying to grow too fast. We've had opportunities to grow and bring on other staff that we didn't feel fit the culture, and we took the business side of it and we had to take a little step back. But again, making this thing grow appropriately and right and maintain that feel, and what it comes down to is really providing the best possible outcomes for each and every patient that walks through the door.
If you don't believe Tom or Jimmy about Benchmark Physical Therapy being the right choice for you, the patients will tell you themselves.
We've gotten a lot of great feedback. We've had return patients, maybe not for the same thing, but different body parts. You know, we worked on someone's back before, and then you know, they had a shoulder surgery, but they choose to come back, and that holds a lot of value to each and every one of us. It shows that those patients did value their time here, and they trust us, and that's the biggest thing. If the patient can trust us, that's it's going to allow us to do what we need to do to help them meet their goals.
If you've had an injury, the sooner you can start physical therapy, the better your chances of making a full, pain-free recovery. That's why Benchmark Physical Therapy makes it a point to get patients in fast.
I think that also separates us from some of these other companies too. We get patients calling in all the time saying, hey, I called this certain company and they can't get me in for 7 to 14 days. We firmly believe that the sooner we get the patient in, the sooner we can get them started on their road to recovery. So we do really try and get that patient in within 48 hours. With us being a new clinic, we can probably get you in even a little bit sooner. But again, you know, every single clinic in the region, we really try and push to be seen within that 48-hour window so we can get you up and moving.
You can feel how warm and welcoming of a space that is just from the folks that work there.
Yes.
I mean, their whole team is so cool.
Yeah, I remember you coming back and saying, like, that was so fun, and how cool and helpful they were.
Yes, and if maybe you do need some physical therapy, they do have an open house coming up July 17th, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So you can check out if they're going to be a perfect fit for you.
Amazing. Right now on CoastLife, though, we have some more coming up. We, of course, know there's just over 2 weeks left until the Paris Olympics, so we're going to check in with another athlete feature.